everybody. Welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 791. Yes, 9 away from 800 episodes. Oh my goodness. I can't wait till we get to a milli. Like 1,000 episodes.
A milli?
Yeah, would I just start over at 1 again? Let's go like 1.
Yeah.
Or do I say like, what do I say? Like 1,001? That sounds weird.
No, it would be, yeah.
I don't know. Milli 1? I don't know. Milli 2? I don't know. Who says that? It'd be something like I don't know. Anyways, anybody have any great ideas? Let me.
We have a while to get there.
Yeah, it's right around the corner. I didn't know we were gonna go 800.
I know, but we're gonna have 1,000 before we hit 2 million.
I don't know. I think ahead.
M1.
Yeah, M1. There you go.
M1.
So what am I doing for 1,000? 1,001? 1,001 Space Odyssey? I don't know. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. If you don't know who we are, my name is Andy. I am the guy that runs the back office and tries to think of clever ways to say 1,001. But you're not here for my problems. You're here for Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7. And she's more than qualified to teach you all things you need to know. And tonight we are going to go over a question that was spurred up in our community over on the Discord.
Yep.
Someone had an options question. So Brandy's going to be breaking down some option question for you in an easy way to break it down and learn that stuff. So if you don't know who we are, we're a little bit different than most. This is our 30-minute. Tonight we're going to do a little bit of content, but we also teach test taking techniques. We teach strategies. We have our own program, which I'll show you in a minute how to join. But we are not like the normal. And if you are wondering, where do you start? Where do you go at number one? Well, this whole week we've been starting from the beginning. We've been going through the content right from the get. And it's not too late still. You can get in there. There's ways for you to catch up. I have those replays available.
Mm-hmm.
And before we start week 2. But Brandy's just flying through the stuff. And it's a different type of program. We don't do reviews. We don't do weekend boot camps. We didn't do the 92, 160 hour, keep your eyes open with, toothpicks type things that they do. We don't do that. We do a little bit different, and we're going to show you how to join if you want to join us. But one of the main things that we teach over here is positive mental attitude. You cannot get these licenses without a good positive mental attitude. And one of the biggest obstacles as adults face when they're in this type of program and when they're trying to get their licenses or trying to elevate or learn, or maybe you weren't a good test taker, whatever your baggage is. It's that keeping that positive mental attitude. It really is. Brandy and I were talking about it. I can almost guarantee what a person's study journey is just by the conversations I have with them from the beginning.
Truth.
And if they're on the low end, like they sound like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. I'm just another day. I guess I'm gonna do good. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a long, arduous journey, because this person's got to develop that positive mental attitude first, because before you can actually learn, you got to be receptive.
True. And
if you're not receptive right from the get, it's almost impossible. It's like trying to ram this information in with a barricaded wall, a door, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we got to break it down with one of ththose big old what do they call them, battering rams of positivity before we can bust through that thing. Because right off the bat, you're already telling me that you don't learn. It's not easy. I'm too old. My internet's slow. My learning's never been that good. My second grade teacher always told me something. Like, you're 30 something years old. Why do you listen to your second grade teacher? What's going on here?
That's one out of untold amount of people in your life.
And that's the hardest part. Some people think it's the content. It's not. It's really not. It's not. It's actually getting through that door and that barricade of, that people put up, that force field.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let any of this knowledge enter my brain, and I'm going to do everything I can to push it out.
Yes.
With my attitude. And then I'm going to back it up with my actions, because, I can't do this anyway. So what's the point of studying? You know, they just do this. They do that already.
True.
And it's like, then I get somebody who's the opposite. You know, they're like all high energy. They're like, yeah, didn't do too good. That's okay. I know I'm learning. I got 1 question out of 10. Oh, I can only go up from here. Like that kind of positivity. Ooh, I only scored a 10%. Guess what? I can't do any better than, I can't do any worse than that. I can only go up. That's the positivity I'm talking about. Yeah, it's all the way about how you look at it. This is difficult, but now I understand what's going on in the news. This is awesome. You know what I mean? You got to have that door, that open door of letting this knowledge come in. And the one reason I'm bringing this up is tonight we're going to go over a topic, and some of you haven't even studied yet. And you might be like, well, I want to start from the beginning. People that have started already, they'll tell you it doesn't matter where you start. It really doesn't.
No, just ask Kaplan.
You open up that book. Yeah, ask Kaplan. They rearrange it all the time. They mix up all the topics all the time. Anyway,
yeah, they do.
They literally put it in to a salad shaker, and they shake all the topics around and just throw it onto the plate, and they go, that's our new book. So it doesn't really matter how you learn it, where you start from, if it's from a question, if it's from one topic, from another, and you're like, I don't really know how any of it works. Guess what? That's how every single person that has ever studied this stuff has ever said from any program ever. They're just like, wow, this just starts like that. And it's like, yeah. Well, where's the backup? Where's the background to this? There's none. It's right here. You just start learning it. It's kind of like when you're learning a new language, right?
Yeah.
People talk to you at regular speed in a conversational language, in their language at conversational speed, and you're like, whoa. All I heard was baño. That's how you say it, by the way, when you're learning Spanish.
Yeah.
Baño. All I heard was baño. Like, all I know is burrito and baño. That's it. Cerveza. They didn't say any of those. I don't know. I'm lost. Right? But sooner or later, the more and more you listen to it, the more you hear it, then you're like picking it up. You're like, whoa, I didn't even know I could do that. But that's it. That's all it takes, is you just got to keep hearing it. You get in there and you'll start kind of seeing how some of these concepts and topics work. But I want you to keep a positive attitude. Just understand that you got to crawl before you can run. You got to fall before you can stand. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So no matter how hard this stuff seems, no matter how many times you score low, it's all part of the process. It's all part of the process. You will progress. Some little by little, some huge steps. Everybody has their weakness. Everybody will be tested in these exams.
Very true.
Some people have it easy on one exam and difficult on another. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So you just have to keep going, and you go one step at a time, 1 foot at a time, and just get into the conversation. And that's it. Speaking of conversation, if you want to get into our lives, if you want to get into our program, we have our own online on-demand course videos and audios. We are changing things up. We are going to be starting a new program in January, but that doesn't mean that you can't get started now, because we're building this thing out now, and you can get involved at the ground floor on learning some of this stuff, really elevate yourself, close out 2023, get into 2024. Do you know what 2024 brings in?
What?
Tax season. You do not want to miss out on tax season. You in your adult life will never be so happy to see a tax season ever than when your securities license.
That is true.
Because let me tell you, there is a lot of business that you can get. People want to do IRAs. They want to save, they want to, better their tax, situation. They want to lessen, what do they call it? What do you want to say?
Reduce their tax liability.
There you go. And you want to show them how they can avoid, what do they call taxable
events.
There you go. These are all key words that you're going to hear as you get licensed. Taxable event. Reduce your tax liability.
Yes.
Yeah. These are all key phrases you're going to use when you get licensed, and how you're going to get business, and how you're going to attract people to you and be attractive yourself. Let me tell you something. I don't care about your looks. Look, you can look the worst, and people are going to love you and think you're the most beautiful person in the world if you show them how to lower their tax liabilities. It doesn't matter what you telling me I can pay less taxes and pay more to myself.
Such a beautiful person.
You are a beautiful person. Oh my gosh, I've never seen anybody more pretty.
So beautiful.
Because that's it. So if you want to get in on that, we got all that going on. We got scan the QR code, hit the link in the chat. We got study guides available, SIE 663. Are you tired of reading LEMs that are 489 pages for the SIE? Guess what? We got one for 68 pages. That's right. You can read that instead of 489. And it is a really great way to just really go fast on these things. Orientation replay explains it all. We got the Kona community, the Discord, where this topic came from tonight.
Yay.
So if you want to leave questions and topics and get answers and join a bunch of people that are studying. So like this weekend, when everybody's going to Halloween parties and you're like picking the right thing to do and staying home and studying, guess what? You don't need to be in the corner and go, I'm all alone. I'm so sad.
Ooh.
No, you don't. You just get on to that Discord, study, and get with a whole community in which you can study with and join up with us. We got 866-KONA, 866-439-562. That's where you can reach me at, or on the Telegram. Brandy is strictly on the Discord. We have live sessions happening tomorrow. We're continuing with our day ones, and Brandy has been flying through the topics. And tomorrow we are going over
registration in the Series 6.
Registration of new securities in the Series 6, and then SIE, we're going over economics.
We are starting economics.
It is going to be good. People have joined in on these live sessions, and they were like, where have you been my whole life? Where have you been? Right. It is just a really nice, streamlined way of learning some of this stuff. So the fun starts at 7 a.m. in Hawaii, 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Central. So if you're in Oklahoma, like our good friend Deanna, you can join us at noon. 1 p.m. in the East, SIE, 11 a.m. in Hawaii, 2 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Mountain. That's like our good friend Dan, who's out there in Utah. 4 p.m. Central, or 5 p.m. in the East. And you can join us for that SIE. All members get access to all of those. Just check your email inbox right now. You got that code. You got what's going on. And you can join in on the fun. So there you go. You ready to get this thing going?
Yes.
Killing me. All right, Brandy. So we got this topic tonight for the hard hitting Wednesday. It spurred from an options question that you saw on the Discord.
Yes, I actually have the question.
All right, let's show it. Let's put it up on the screen.
That's the question.
This question comes from our good friends at Kaplan, the Kaplan Q Bank, and it's so familiar. And as you can tell, this person answered wrong.
They did. They answered incorrectly, and by self-admitted, they said they didn't map it out. But I thought, you know what? These are one of these.
These are one of these moments where it's a teachable moment where we learn from, why did I get it wrong?
Exactly. And this is going to be a great tie-in to keywords, because we are going to cover options tonight, everybody's favorite. Woohoo! But we're going to do it Kona style.
All right.
So I'm going to write out some things, and then we are going to play the match game.
Right?
All right. So guys, the way I learned options, because when I took my Series 7,
you want to really look at the question, or we're going to go back to it?
We're going to go back to it.
Okay.
So guys, when I learned options, I didn't understand options.
I had the option to learn it, and I took the option off.
Dude, they are the
That's how most people look at it.
I was like, what the heck? So I had a couple of options questions on my original 6. I had, I think, maybe one on my 65. But guys, when I took my Series 7, I took the OG Series 7. I took the 250 question Series 7 in 2018.
They call it the Legacy.
Yes, the Legacy. Guys, I had 35 options questions. 35. Y'all complaining about 4. I had 35. So I had to figure this out.
How many were on this original 65?
On the original 65? Like 1 or 2.
Oh, really? I thought there was more.
No, they make it easy, because you need 7? To have futures on the original 7, 35.
Oh, okay.
35.
I know one of them had a lot.
A 7, right? And he had to learn advanced strategies and stuff. Crazy. But guys, I did it the same way I'm going to teach you guys today. Keywords. Memorize the keywords, play the match game. You guys got it. Okay, so here's what I mean by keywords. If I'm long an options contract, that means I am the buyer. of the contract. Notice I don't say call and put.
Long goes with buyer. If I'm long, I am the buyer.
Which means that the buyer is the owner or the holder of the contract.
Right? When you buy something, or even if you buy a shirt at the store, you now own the shirt, right?
Exactly. You're given the right to exercise.
You have the right to party.
Now, we're going to exercise, of course, if it's in the money, right? Now, the right to exercise, which means I want it to be in the money, which means I have intrinsic value, which means I had to pay a premium. Oops. I had to pay a premium because why? I bought it. So I paid the premium. Now, in like all
Isn't it like life insurance? Isn't it like life insurance, right? Most of y'all are life insurance agents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or life insured.
Mm-hmm.
You got to pay your premium, right?
Exactly, guys.
You don't own it if you don't pay the premium.
And if we don't if we don't use the insurance, our phone insurance, our car insurance, our home insurance, our life insurance, that means that's the maximum that we lose. We lose out on those premiums that we paid, but it's no big deal. Why? Because we bought insurance so that we can hedge or protect whatever it is we bought insurance for.
Right. So in life, we're protecting our assets after death, right? Our income.
Right.
So the people that are living still can live.
Now, guys, if you can remember one side, the other side is opposite. Let me tell you. Because if I'm long, the other side is short. If the buyer is on one side, the other side is the seller. If the owner is on one side, that means the writer of the contract is on the other. If the buyer has the right, that means the other person is obligated to fulfill the contract.
I think that's one of the difficult concepts is people's right and the difference between obligated. Now, if you have the right to do something, does that mean you have to do it? Nah, right? You can, or you don't have to, right? You have the right.
Mm-hmm.
I have a choice. If you're obligated, no, you don't have a choice. You have to do it.
Exactly. But now if I'm the seller, guess what? I really don't want to exercise. So I want it out of the money, which means I have zero value. But guys, I sold it. So guess what? I received the premium.
You're collecting the premium. Just as if I was running a life insurance company, right? I'm selling life insurance and I'm hoping that nothing happens. So I just keep collecting that premium.
Exactly. Because that is going to be my max gain. And it's my max gain if it's expired. And guess what? Do you guys want to know why I sell these things? It's not out of the kindness of my heart because I don't want to buy something that's undervalued. I mean, that has no value. I don't want to sell you something that has high value for a low dollar. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I don't want this contract to be exercised. So I'm trying to generate some income.
I'm just trying to make $1.
That's it. Probably help spell correctly tonight. So I'm going to try to generate some income, right?
You live in California, you got to buy that almost $7 a gallon.
Right. So
gas.
So check this out, guys. So I would take a picture of this. I would take a screenshot. I would take a picture of this. Check this out. I'm going to go to that question and I bet you we can eliminate 2 answers just based on what you guys see on the screen. You guys ready? Let's go back up to the question. So the question says, call buyers have the right. Buyers have the rights. Oh yeah, that's right. Right?
Yeah.
Buyers have the right. That's right. Writers have the right. Nope.
No, they don't.
They have the obligation.
Right.
Writers are obligated. Oh,
yes.
wait, that's right. Okay, so cool. We eliminated one answer.
Oh, man. For this person, if they would have done that, they would have known.
Right. Now let's go to the second part because guess what? We can eliminate one side. Put buyers have the right to purchase. Now we need to know the difference between calls and puts. Easy. All right. Like my sound effects?
Yes. I feel like I have to say yes.
They're
obligated.
You are obligated. I have the right to make the sound effects and you are obligated to like them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Marriage.
So if I have a call, guys, I always draw my arrow up, right? Call up. I'm going to
say I do. You're obligated.
Yes. You're going to lock in a low buy price. That's why we buy calls, because we're locking in a low buy price. So if I'm long a call, here, I'll spell it out. If I'm long a call, right? We already talked about having the right. So I'm going to buy. Now I have the right to buy stock. If I'm short a call, guess what? It's opposite. I sold and now I'm obligated to sell stock.
Break it down slower. Long call equals what?
Buy the right to buy stock. Buy the right to buy stock. If I short a call, I sold, right? Remember, long goes with buy, short goes with sell, right?
I always put like short with short sell of a house.
Yeah, you can do that.
I don't know why.
Because it's a call and I'm locking in that low buy price, I'm buying the right to buy stock. So if I'm short, guess what? I'm now obligated to sell that stock, right? Now let's talk about the puts. Oh my gosh, the puts. They're so annoying because what the heck? Buy, selling, buying, what the heck? Well, guys, if you can remember a call, a put is opposite. So why would I buy a put? Because I'm going to lock in, not low,
The higher price.
high.
Because if the stock market or the thing goes low, right? If anything, okay, let's say you bought something and the value goes lower, you want to lock in a higher price, and so that way you still have value.
Exactly. Because if a call is to lock in a low buy price, a put is to lock in a high sell price.
I almost said stock. That's not what I meant.
Right? So you guys see, we're playing the opposite game. If you remember one side, the other side is opposite. So if I'm long a call, and this is where it gets such BS. Because guess what, guys? I buy
To sell?
the right to sell stock. So you guys see, it's BS. Where you get the BS. BS. Because I buy and now I'm going to sell. So guess what? Short put, it's exact opposite. If I'm short a put, I'm going to sell and now I'm obligated to buy stock. Guys, if this is super confusing for you, don't fight it. Don't fight it. Just write the words. Don't fight it. Write the words.
Yeah. Have you ever had like that hit song that you hear and it's got a great beat and you're like, dang, this is good. Yeah, this hits it. And then you were like realize what the lyrics say.
Yeah.
You don't even know what the lyrics are really.
Just memorize it like song. It's just a song.
Like you've been saying the words, but you haven't been listening to the words.
Yeah. All right, guys. I would take a picture. Take a picture of this. You guys ready?
Yeah.
We're going to go back up to the question. We're going to do some crossing off and circling. Boom. All right. So call buyers have the right to purchase. Call, right? If I'm long a call, I buy to buy. So that's still good, right? But a put buyer, remember that was long put. That's the BS one, right? So have the right to purchase. No. You are no longer.
It's a sell.
Right. Right? Because that's the sell. We're going to skip B because we obviously know the answer is B.
Right.
Right. Okay. Writers may be obligated. Call writers obligated to purchase. No, man. Because short call is SS. Sell. Now I'm obligated to sell the stock. So we're not purchasing. If I'm a writer, I'm not purchasing the stock. If I'm a call writer, I'm not purchasing. So that gets out. So the only one that's left is B. So let's double check, right? Let's double check our work. Call buyers the right to purchase. Long call, buy to buy. Put writers may be obligated, right?
Right, maybe.
To purchase. If I am short a put, I am opposite. I sell. Now I'm obligated to buy. Obligated to buy. Boom. That is the answer.
And I know that some of you are like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of work to get that one answer. But this is how you do it in the beginning. This is how you map it out in the beginning.
Yeah. This is my map right here.
When you first learn how to do a dance, right? You ever learn how to do like a shuffle or something like that? And they show you how to do the steps and it's like really slow because you're like, oh, left goes here, right foot goes there. Oh wait, I'm gonna do something with my hands and my arms. Wait, the left foot goes there again, right foot. Like you're thinking, right? But after a while, you start learning those steps and you start to feel it, and you don't even think about it anymore. You're just like, oh yeah, that's what that is. That's what that is. That's how that goes. All right, and now we're doing the tango.
Yep.
That's it. It's that easy. But you're gonna have to, muddle through that shuffle for a little bit. You're gonna have to map it out, keep your anchor, if you will,
Yeah.
and then just see it through.
Yeah.
If that's how you keep it straight in your head. And by the way, if you don't understand how this works, that's fine. We've had so many pastors who still don't even know how options work at all. They just memorized exactly what's right there on the screen. Long call, blah, 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 so call, that's all they know.
Yes, guys.
Makes no sense at all. All they're doing is just going, that goes with that. That's that. No, that's okay. That's the answer.
Even with those 35 questions, I still didn't understand options. I still didn't understand them. I just matched the words. Let me reiterate, guys. I just matched the words. I memorized all of these things like song lyrics, just rehearsed it. I just said it over and over again. Call, lock in low buy price, long call, buy to buy stock, short call, sold to sell, sell stock. I just repeated it over and over again.
This is where it helps to make those flashcards.
Make
them. Don't buy them. That's just lazy.
Flashcards.
Put in the work.
Anyways, make them.
And if you're wondering, where can I get these notes? Where can I get this, Brandy? Brandy, do you have this already written? Well, yes,
yes, I do.
It is in our study guide, all mapped out, and you can go get that with that link in the chat, or scan that QR code, and you can go buy that study guide. And if you have that study guide, it is in there. It's laid out just like that. You can just go ahead and copy that, make those connections, and then say it over and over again. Write it out over and over again until you get it, just like as if you were doing the Harlem Shuffle. You know what I mean? You just got to go through it.
Yeah.
You want me to say the watermelon crawl?
No.
I don't know. You're a line stepper.
The funny thing is that's the one that you pull. The watermelon.
Because I know you know how to do that one. I don't do any of those. I don't do any of the country stuff now.
It's by Tracy.
Didn't even know that. Fun fact. Didn't even know. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. That was our bit of content for now. Remember, in our all of our member sessions, we do this all the time. We show you guys the quick way around the track, show you the easy way to remember all this stuff and help you guys get that pass notice. Keep studying, keep being consistent, and please keep that positive mental attitude. We got those live sessions tomorrow. We got going on for the SIE and the 6th. We'll be back for the Studying Brew, same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow. We are going over test taking techniques and some content in the Serious 6. We're going to have 6 different questions, all answered with the content and the techniques for all 6 different exams. So be here or be left out. Or just catch our replays, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a good night.
Thank you guys for being on. We super appreciate you. Don't forget to practice the keywords and why wrong in your next quiz. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.
Woo! All right, everybody.